Hello, hello, hello. Good afternoon. Good afternoon to one and all. Good afternoon to every man, Jacob. Good afternoon to all and sundry. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my domain. This is a very unprofessional spoken English breakdown from Learn English with KMD, a platform where learning English and speaking English is made much easier. Back again. I'm live again. I'm sitting in flesh. Come and join me, large number, all you people out there. What are you waiting for? Don't be chicken and don't panic and don't get nervous. All you gotta do is work a very simple job. You need to answer a very simple question. Maureen, how are people doing today? And the answer is, I'm doing pretty well today. Thank you very much. What about you? And learn to speak grammatically correct English for the next an hour. Yes, you heard me correct. I've decided to go live for an hour. I've decided to go live for 60 minutes. I've decided to go live for an hour. Well, it's been more than 4 minutes since I've come live. 56 minutes more to go, all you people out there. Hello, hello, hello. Good afternoon. Good afternoon to every man, Jacob. Good afternoon to one and all. Good afternoon to all and sundry. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my domain. How are you people doing today? How are you people doing today? Have you all had your breakfast? Well, I'm talking about the first meal of the day, breakfast. Well, I keep talking about breakfast, I keep talking about lunch, I keep talking about supper. And I keep telling you people time and again, I keep reiterating, I keep running it for you time and again that breakfast is the first meal of the day. Yes, you heard me correct. I'm talking about breakfast and I'm telling you people that breakfast is the first meal of the day. You start your day with breakfast and I start my day with breakfast. Almost all of us start a day with breakfast because breakfast is the first meal of the day. Skipping breakfast is not a mistake, it's not a blunder, it's a Himalayan blunder. Yes, you heard me correct. I'm talking about breakfast and I'm telling people that skipping breakfast is not a mistake, it's not a blunder, it's a Himalayan blunder. What does Himalayan blunder mean, all you people out there? Himalayan blunder means a serious mistake, a great mistake. A serious mistake, a great mistake, Himalayan blunder. I am talking about Himalayan blunder, and as far as Himalayan blunder is concerned, it's an idiomatic sentence, it's an idiom, and I remember talking about this idiomatic sentence, I remember talking about those idiom, I remember talking about Himalayan blunder in my earlier sessions as well. What does Himalayan blunder mean? Himalayan blunder means a great mistake, a serious mistake. And I'm telling you people that skipping breakfast is not a mistake, it's not a blunder, it's a Himalayan blunder. Skipping breakfast is not a small mistake, skipping breakfast is not a big mistake, skipping breakfast is a serious mistake, it's a great mistake. So never ever skip your breakfast, all you people out there. If you're listening to me with rapt attention, if you're all ears, if you are there, please get connected with me live today. Get connected with me right away. Come and join me in large number, all you people out there. Hello, hello, hello. Good afternoon. Good afternoon to one and all. Good afternoon to every man, Jacob. Good afternoon to all and sundry. How are you people doing today? I'm doing pretty well today. Thank you very much. What about you? I am doing fabulous. Thank you very much. I'm doing fabulous. I'm doing fantastic. Thank you very much. I'm in the pink of Mary Hill by the grace of God Almighty. I'm in front fiddle. I am as fit as a fiddle. I am hale and hearty. I am well and kicking. I am well and kicking. I'm hale and hearty by the grace of God Almighty. How are you people doing today? Have you had a breakfast? Well, I'm talking about the first meal of the day, breakfast. Have you had a breakfast? And I want you people to be very careful here. So the most important thing here, you need to understand about present perfect tense. We gotta use past participle here. We gotta use third form of verb here. No present perfect tense gets complete without using past participle here. So I am telling you out of my experience, I am talking out of my experience because I have experienced it on various occasions. A student end up giving wrong answer. Have you had a breakfast? The answer I get here from students is yes, sir, I have my breakfast. Have you had your lunch? The answer I get here is yes, sir, I have my lunch. Have you had your supper? The answer I get here from students is yes, sir, I have my supper. Well, let me tell you one thing. Something is missing here. The most important thing is missing here. You got to understand one thing about present perfect tense, that your tense, present perfect tense, never gets complete without past participle. You need to use past participle. You need to have past participle. You can't go without past participle. You need to use past participle in all answers, and the most important thing is missing in all answers, all you people out there. Have you had your breakfast? And the correct answer is yes, sir, I have had my breakfast. Have you had your breakfast? No, sir, I haven't had my breakfast. Have you had your breakfast? Yes, sir, I have had. No, sir, I haven't had. You can't miss had, because that's real very important. Without had, present perfect tense never gets complete. What I'm trying to tell you people is, without past participle, without weak form of verb, without third form of verb, present perfect tense never gets complete. If you want to complete present perfect tense, then you gotta use past participle in your sentences. I want you people to develop the habit. I want you people to inculcate the habit. I want you people to progress the habit. I want you people to have the habit of using past participle in all your answers. Have you had a breakfast? I want you people to answer this question right away. Come on, come and get connected with me live today. This is a very unprofessional spoken English radio from Learn English with KMD, a platform where learning English and speaking English is made much easier. Don't get panicked. Don't get scared. Don't get nervous. Don't be chicken. Come and join me at large number. What are people waiting for? Now, if you have the burning desire to learn to speak grammatically correct English and impeccable English and impressive English, and if you have the burning desire to get the gift of the gab, no other channel is as better as my channel. Well, I am not boasting about my channel. Well, I'm not talking, I'm not making tall promises here. You could come and join me and witness for yourself. I've decided to go live for an hour. I've decided to go live for 60 minutes. All you people out there, 10 minutes have gone by, 15 minutes more to go. What are people waiting for? Come and join me, large number. Hello, hello, hello. Good afternoon. Good afternoon to one and all. Good afternoon to all and sundry. Good afternoon to every man, Jacob, you. What are people waiting for? Come and join me, large number. A humble request to make all you people please subscribe my channel Learn English with KMD, and please like my reels and videos, and please don't forget follow me on Instagram and Facebook and or YouTube. You gotta text me on Instagram. You gotta text me on Instagram. My Instagram ID is Learn English with KMD. Learn English with KMD. What we're talking about present perfect tense, and the question is, have you had a breakfast? Yes, sir, I have had my breakfast. No, sir, I haven't had my breakfast. Well, I'm talking about the first meal of the day, breakfast. Have you had your lunch? Well, I'm talking about the second meal of the day. Have you had your supper? How do we spell the word supper? Well, most of my students get confused with supper. Well, most of my students mess this word up. I am talking about supper. I am not talking about supper. Supper and suffer are two different words. Supper and suffer are poles apart. They're two different words. What we have double P in one word and we have double F in another word. So when we talk about the pronunciation of the first word, supper, my lips, my upper lips touches my lower lips for a fraction of a second. On the contrary, it doesn't happen with suffer. S-U-F-F-E-R. It never happens with suffer. But it happens with supper, 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 S-U-P-P-E-R. You got the correct spelling of supper. Breakfast is the first meal of the day, lunch is the second meal of the day, and supper is the third or last final meal of the day. You started your day with breakfast, and I started my day with breakfast. Almost all of us started the day with breakfast, because breakfast is the first meal of the day. I'm telling people that skipping breakfast is not a mistake, it's not a blunder, it's a human blunder. Yes, you heard me correct. I am telling people that skipping breakfast is not a mistake, is not a blunder, it's a Himalayan blunder. So never ever skip your breakfast. Always start your day with breakfast. I start my day with breakfast. Have you had a lunch, all you people out there? If you're listening to me with rapt attention, if you are all ears, I want people to answer my question right away. Have you had your lunch? And the answer is yes, sir, I have had my lunch. No, sir, I haven't had my lunch. Well, it's lunchtime. It's not breakfast time. It's lunchtime. Have you had your lunch? Yes, sir, I have had my lunch. No, sir, I haven't had my lunch. Have you had your supper? Yes, sir, I have had my supper. No, sir, I haven't had my supper. Well, I got to tell you something very important here. Most of my students mess this answer up. Most of my students, end up giving wrong answer. Why do they end up giving wrong answer, and why do they mess this answer up? There's a strong reason behind that. The reason is they find it very hard to make sure that have and had go hand in hand. Well, we have other options as well. Have you taken your breakfast? Well, my students don't find any problem here. Have you taken your breakfast? My students don't find any problem here. Have you taken your breakfast? Yes, sir, I have taken my breakfast. They don't have any problem with taking here, which happens to be the past participle of took, which happens to be the with form of took, which happens to be the third form of took. Take, I'm sorry. Have you taken your breakfast? They don't have any problem in answering this question, and they never ever forget to use taken in the answer. Yes, sir, I have taken my breakfast. No, sir, I haven't taken my breakfast. Have you eaten your breakfast, which happens to be eaten, happens to be the past participle of eat, with form of eat, third form of verb of eat. Have you eaten? Have you eaten your breakfast? They don't have any problem with this word. Yes, sir, I have eaten my breakfast. No, sir, I haven't eaten my breakfast. I haven't eaten my breakfast. But when we talk about have, remember, have is the first form of verb, have is the second form of verb, and have is the third form of verb. And when we talk about have, they have got a lot of problem here. Because they find it very hard to see have and had going hand in hand on the same question, or in the same positive answer, or in the same negative answer. All you people out there, it's grammatically correct to use have and had on the same question and the same positive answer and on the same negative answer. There's nothing wrong in it. You are following the formula. You are following the formula. Have you had a breakfast? Yes, sir, I have had my breakfast. No, sir, I haven't had my breakfast. Have you had your lunch? Yes, sir, I have had my lunch. No, sir, I haven't had my lunch. Have you had your supper? Yes, sir, I have had my supper. No, sir, I haven't had my supper. Have you taken your breakfast? Yes, sir, I have taken my breakfast. No, sir, I haven't taken my breakfast. Have you taken your lunch? Yes, sir, I have taken my lunch. No, sir, I haven't taken my lunch. Have you taken your supper? Yes, sir, I have taken my supper. No, sir, I haven't taken my supper. Have you eaten your breakfast? Yes, sir, I have eaten my breakfast. No, sir, I haven't eaten my breakfast. Have you eaten your lunch? Yes, sir, I have eaten my lunch. No, sir, I haven't eaten my lunch. Have you eaten your supper? Yes, sir, I have eaten my supper. No, sir, I haven't eaten my supper. Hello, hello, hello. Good afternoon. Good afternoon to one and all. Good afternoon to Everett, man, Jacob. Good afternoon to all and Sandra. And good morning to a couple of people out there. If you people are watching me from other countries, good morning to one and all. Good morning to all and Sandra. Good morning to Everett, man, Jacob. Wakey, sleepy hats, rise and shine. Thank you very much for joining me lot today. I am glad to see you. Well, 18 minutes have gone by, all you people out there. 18 minutes have gone by and 42 minutes more to go. Yes, you heard me correct. 80 minutes have gone by and 42 minutes more to go for me to go off screen. Comment, join me, watch number. All you people out there. All the guy that does where it's up a job, you need to answer where it's up a question. And right, how do people do it today? And the answer is I'm doing very well. Thank you very much. What about you? Hello. Well, I talk about spoken English. I always talk about spoken English. Why do I talk about spoken English? I talk about spoken English because I'm a spoken English trainer. I'm a spoken English tutor. I'm a professional spoken English partner. And spoken English is my forte. Spoken English is my cup of tea. Spoken English is my favorite subject. I love talking about spoken English. Well, one thing I can tell you for sure, that I can talk about spoken English till the cows come home. I can talk about spoken English for a very long time. For a very, very long time I can talk about spoken English because well, I enjoy talking about spoken English. It's my forte. I'm an aficionado of spoken English. As you heard me correct, I'm using an advanced vocabulary here. Aficionado. What does an aficionado know? If you do want to know the meaning of this advanced vocabulary, aficionado, do visit my channel and you can watch Reel on aficionado to find the correct meaning with a couple of examples. Well, here is the meaning of the word aficionado. Aficionado means a fan or a disciple. I'm a fan of spoken English. I'm a disciple of spoken English. I'm an aficionado of spoken English, as you heard me correct. Hello, hello, hello. Good afternoon. Good afternoon to one and all. Good afternoon to every magic of you. Good afternoon to all. And Sandra, how are you people doing today? Well, 22 minutes have gone by. Yes, exactly. 22 minutes have gone by, and 40, 22 minutes, let's say 30 and 30 here. Well, 38 minutes more to go. 38 minutes more to go. All you people out there, 22 minutes have gone by. 32 minutes more to go. I've decided to go live for an hour. Well, I wanted people to pay close attention to the pronunciation of the word H-O-U-R. Well, H is quiescent here, H is silent here, H is dull and inactive here, but when it comes to the correct pronunciation, I pronounce it as hour. Hour. Hour, 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 hour. Please repeat after me. I wanted people to repeat after me. I don't want people to just listen to me. If you are listening to me, it's a good thing. You become a good listener. And if you are not only listening to me, you are also practicing and repeating and uttering after me, then you will have more chances, you'll have bright chances of becoming a fluent speaker of English language. I keep telling my students that a good listener can become a good speaker, but a good speaker can be a good listener. If you are a good listener today, you become a good speaker tomorrow. If you are a mediocre listener today, you become a mediocre speaker tomorrow. If you're a bad listener today, you become a bad speaker tomorrow. The ball is in your court. Your today will decide your tomorrow. Your today will decide your tomorrow. And if you practice really, really hard, then you become a successful person tomorrow. I keep telling people my time and again that, practice is the key to success. And I keep telling people that success is not something that can be pulled out of a hat. It requires a lot of hard work. Hard work alone is my watchword for my colleagues, for my students, for all you people out there. Practice, 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 because practice makes a man perfect. Keep upgrading, keep practicing, and keep repeating, and keep listening, keep watching, keep reading, keep exploring, keep learning. Learning a language is not a piece of cake. Learning a language is a Herculean task. Learning a language is not a cakewalk. Learning a language is a mammoth responsibility. And the best way to learn a language is to speak. Start communicating in English. Start speaking in English. Start practicing. Start learning. Start listening, start speaking, start communicating, start using. Forget everything about grammar. Don't pay any attention to grammar. Well, grammar has got nothing to do with spoken English. Grammar has got nothing to do with your fluency. Grammar teaches you the rules and regulations and certain basic things about spoken English, certain fundamental things about spoken English, certain rudimentary things about spoken English, but grammar never brings you fluency. Because grammar has got nothing to do with fluency. Grammar and fluency are two different things and they don't go hand in hand. You know a lot of grammar, you're real very good at grammar, you know almost all rules and regulations, you know all the rules of grammar, but that has got nothing to do with fluency. Fluency is totally different. Fluency is related to spoken English, and grammar is related to written English. So let's forget everything about grammar. Well, I conduct seminars, I conduct workshops, 2 days workshops, and 3 days workshops, 1 day workshop, seminar on spoken English, and I try to find out from students what exactly or the problems, what kind of problems do they encounter. Most of the students, most of the students tell me, most of the students are of same opinion, most of the students are on the same page when it comes to spoken English. They just give me one simple answer that, I don't know grammar, so I can't speak English. Who told you that to learn to speak English, or to become fluent in English, you need to have knowledge of grammar? Who told you? First thing I want you people to drive away from your mind. I want you people to get rid of your mind. Get rid from your mind, or get rid is the concept, the idea that you need grammar to become fluent, because grammar has got nothing to do with fluency. Fluency is totally different, and grammar is totally different. Fluency has got nothing to do with grammar, and grammar has got nothing to do with fluency. Of course, they are an integral part of English. They're an integral part of a language, but they have got nothing to do with each other. So one can learn to speak English, one can learn to speak fluent English, one can learn to speak impressive English without having knowledge of grammar. Yes, you need to have certain basic knowledge about grammar. You need to know certain fundamentals. You need to know certain rudimentary things about grammar. Well, all you people out there, 29 minutes have gone by. 29 minutes have gone by. All you people out there, hurry up. So, hello. Hello. 32 minutes, 33 minutes have gone by. All you people out there, and 27 minutes more to go. 27 minutes more to go. Well, 30 minutes have gone by, half an hour has gone by, and half an hour more to go, 30 minutes more to go. Well, I was talking about the exact pronunciation of the word H-O-U-R, and I want you people to repeat after me. It's not hour, it's not a word, it's hour, 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 half an hour, half an hour, half an hour has gone by, and half an hour more to go. 30 minutes have gone by, and 30 minutes more to go. Good afternoon to one and all. Good afternoon to Albert, man, Jacob. Good afternoon to Wall and Sandra. How are you people doing today? This is a very unprofessional spoken English training from Learn English with KMD, a platform where learning English and speaking English is made much easier. I'm back again, I'm live again, and I'm in front of you. I'm sitting in flash. All you got to do is wear a very simple job. You need to answer a very simple question of mine. How are people doing today? The answer is I'm doing very well today. Thank you very much. What about you? Have you had a breakfast? Well, I'm talking about the first meal of the day. Have you had a breakfast? Yes, sir, I have had my breakfast. No, sir, I haven't had my breakfast. Have you had your lunch? Well, I'm talking about the second meal of the day. Have you had your lunch? Yes, sir, I have had my lunch. No, sir, I haven't had my lunch. Have you had your supper? Well, I'm talking about the last or third meal of the day, supper. Have you had your supper? Yes, sir, I have had my supper. No, sir, I haven't had my supper. I haven't had my supper. Well, I have my supper at 10 o'clock. I have my supper at 9 o'clock. I have my supper before hitting the sack. Well, I'm talking about an idiomatic sentence here, hit the sack. What does hit the sack mean? Well, let's see the spelling of the word sack here. S-A-C-K, sack, hit the sack. What does hit the sack mean? Hit the sack means to go to bed, or to go to sleep, or to return to bed, or to retire to bed. What does hit the sack mean? Well, hit the sack means to go to bed. I have my supper before hitting the sack. I have my supper before going to bed. I have my supper before returning to bed. I have my supper before retiring to bed. Good afternoon. Good afternoon to one and all. Good afternoon to every man, Jacob. You. Good afternoon to all and Sandra. How are you people doing today? Hit the sack means to go to bed. Well, I am asking, I'm going to ask you a couple of questions here. When do you hit the sack? When do you hit the sack? When do you go to bed? Well, I hit the sack at 10 o'clock. I hit the sack at 11 o'clock. You know what? I'm a night owl. Well, I'm talking about an hour idiomatic sentence here, night owl. What does night owl mean? Night owl is a person, is a man or a girl, a boy or a girl, a man or a woman, or a men or women, or a person who keeps himself awake late night is called a night owl. I'm a night owl. Are you a night owl? Yes, sir, I'm a night owl. No, sir, I'm not a night owl. Well, all you people out there decided to go live only for 40 minutes and 6 minutes more to go. After 6 minutes, I'm going to wind up my live session. So 6 minutes more to go. All you people out there, if you are there, come and join me in large number. Please, if you have any sort of queries or doubts or any sort of questions regarding spoken English, or if you want to, if you need to know something about me or about my career, about my experience, about my background, about my teaching experience and all that, you feel free to ask anything. Feel free to ask anything, right? All you people out there, come and join the watch number. Thank you very much. 35 minutes have gone by. All you people out there, 35 minutes have gone by, and I've decided to go live only for 40 minutes. Well, 5 minutes more to go for me to go off screen. Exactly 5 minutes more to go. This is a very unprofessional spoken English trainer from Learn English with KMD platform where learning English and speaking English is made much easier. I'm back again. I'm live again. I'm sitting in flesh in front of you. Don't forget to subscribe my channel. Don't forget to like my videos, and don't forget to share my channel with your kid and kid. I'm badly in need of your support. I wanted people to support me and support my channel. Without your support, I can't do anything. I'm working like a beaver. Yes, you heard me correct. I'm working real very hard. I'm working like a beaver. I'm moving heaven and earth. I'm living Yellowstone and touring, and I'm trying every trick in the book to work, to reach to each and every single person out there, to reach you people. And listen, until I get the same amount of support from your side, I won't be able to do anything. If you are learning something from my channel, if you are finding my channel useful, and if you are finding my videos useful, the first thing I want you people to do is to subscribe my channel and share the link to my channel with your kid and kid. I badly need of your support. Please support me. Please support me, and please support my channel. Please support my channel. Good afternoon. Well, 36 minutes have gone by and 4 minutes more to go for me to go. Australian, right? All you people out there, 4 minutes more to go. Well, a minute comprises 60 seconds. So look at the word I'm using here, comprise. My family comprises. Well, I'm talking about my family, and my family comes under the category of third person singular. I can't go with word comprise. It has to be comprises. I gotta use S or ES after the word. I can't simply go with comprise and say my family comprise. No, the sentence goes wrong here. The sentence goes wrong here. Well, it's not comprise, it's comprises. My family comprises. My family comprises 5 members. Well, I'm talking about a minute. A minute comprises 60 seconds, and I'm telling you people that 4 minutes more to go. Well, not even 4 minutes more to go. 3 minutes more to go. A minute comprises 60 seconds, and we have 3 minutes here. And 60 plus 60 plus 60, 180 seconds more to go. Yes, you heard me correct, 180 seconds. Well, I'm not talking about minutes here, 180 seconds more to go. Comprise. A day comprises 3 meals. A minute comprises 60 seconds. A day comprises 24 hours. A week comprises 7 days. A month comprises 29, 30, 30, and 31 days. A year comprises 12 months. And a decade comprises 10 years. A decade comprises 10 years. So this book comprises the first 5 chapters. That book comprises the next 5 chapters. Well, hope you got the meaning of this word comprise here. Well, 39 minutes have gone by and exactly 1 minute more to go. Exactly 1 minute more to go for me to go off screen. Thank you very much, all you people out there, for joining the live today. And don't forget to subscribe my channel. And don't forget to like and share the link of my channel with your kid and kin. Absolutely fabulous today. It's been fantastic. Thank you very much, all you people out there. It's time for me to call it today. It's time for me to take a leave. It's time for me to bid adieu. It's time for me to say bye. Do take a very good care of yourself. And do take a very good care of your health. As it's rightly said, money is lost, nothing is lost, time is lost, something is lost, health is lost, everything is lost. This is a very unprofessional spoken English trainer from Learn English with KMD, a platform where learning English and speaking English is made much easier. Signing off, I'll see you, the same channel, the same platform, on some other day. Till then, thank you very much. Have a wonderful Saturday.